started? Okay. All right, I'm ready. Fitness, positivity, game-changing, that's what I'm here to talk about. So show of hands, who here feels like they're in the best shape of their life right now, at this moment in time, more than when you were a child, more than in your 20s? Raise it high. Couple of you, about 4. Okay? By a show of hands, who in here would like to be in the best shape of your life at this moment in time, right now, if that was a possibility? A little more hands. Right on. Now we got something to talk about. Who here believes, if I told you that that was a possibility right now, at this moment in time, who believes that that is a possibility for you? Raise your hand. Oh, good. Lots of you are raising your hand. That's awesome. Because it doesn't matter what I believe, it matters what you believe. Fitness isn't just what happens in the body, it really is what happens in the mind. A little bit about me. In 2000, I graduated college from the University of Hawaii at Manoa. I graduated with a degree in fine art. Fitness was something that I did as a hobby. But the important thing was my parents told me to go to school to do what was in my heart, what was my desire. So graduating from college with an art degree, I became an art teacher and an artist and a mom. Fitness was still something out there, something I knew that I wanted, but didn't really feel like I could make it a living at it. I got a certificate, a CrossFit Level 1 training certificate, and I started training one person at 5 a.m. before my kids got up for school in my garage. I still taught art on the side. I then went on to train 20 people. 20 people. It grew, it grew. This drive for me to do what was actually my passion, what I didn't believe that I could make my living, was so strong that I ended up creating a business around it, and it grew to over 160 people. So I could no longer do what I went to college for. And I don't know, we might all face that fact at this point in time in our lives, but I had to do what was in my passion, which was helping people be well and healthy. I work with a wide variety of the population, and what I've experienced is the biggest obstacle people put in front of themselves is themselves. Think about it. Give yourself all the reasons you have not to exercise. You can yell them out at me. Why would you not exercise? I hear people say it all the time. You don't have time. Maybe you're too tired. Maybe too old. Or maybe you feel like that's something that those other people do, those other fit people do. And even the dreadful 4-letter word, maybe you're telling yourself that you can't, which is the most awful 4-letter word. Now give yourself all the reasons you have to exercise. You feel good in your skin. It actually doesn't take that much time. You can be any age. It helps with your mental clarity. And because you can, all of you are able. So this is my box. And for those of you that don't know what a box is, it's just another word for gym. This is my CrossFit gym. So what I do is CrossFit. But this could apply to anything you do, whether you guys run, swim, hike, yoga, or any area of your life. In CrossFit, our gym looks a little different than what you might be used to. We don't have a lot of machines in our gym. We value wide open space. Our movement is primal, and all that means is we're trying to simulate movements that we've always done as human beings. We use boxes for jumping on. We use ropes for climbing. We use objects to lift. And we use wide open space to move the body. What we do is specialize in not specializing. So we do a little bit of everything all the time. The most amazing thing about CrossFit to me, and you can apply this to any area of your life, it asks me to practice the things that I'm not so good at. Because as a human being, we always want to practice what we're good at because that makes us feel really good. But CrossFit asks us to identify the weaknesses in our movement pattern and address those to make us the most optimal human being possible. I am so blessed to get to work with a wide variety of the population. Fitness is for everyone. The group of athletes that you see in front of you, this is why I get up in the morning. This is why I do what I do. Not so I can be fit, but to help other people be fit. And especially help other people whom you might not think come into a CrossFit gym or any fitness facility. This group of athletes gets to come every week. These are all people with disabilities, and they all believe that they can, and that is why they can, because they believe it. Not one of them has ever told me that they cannot. Our fitness is based around community. When you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, it's contagious. If you're looking for motivation, surround yourself with the people whom you would like to be like. The image you see here is of a competition we hold at our gym every year, and the girl lifting the bar tried over and over and over again. She had some successful attempts, she had many non-successful attempts, but the success lies within her effort. And I believe the effort came from the people around her, from the crowd motivating her. A lot of our fitness, for us, is about camaraderie. The woman you see in the picture is my competitor, and you would think that if we compete together, we're both trying to get the fastest time or first place or whatever it is. But really, beneath that, when the event is done, we come up to each other and we hug each other. Good job, you did awesome. Look, you did it. Those are the people to surround yourself with. Our fitness is about family. It's not something separate from my kids. If you take a look in the picture, you'll see children, you'll see people in their 20s, 30s, 40s, you'll see someone in their 70s here in the picture. We do it together. It's a lifestyle. When fitness can become part of your life, it isn't something like a chore or something extra that you have to do. And quick story, my hair. I got my hair done yesterday for this talk, and the woman that did my hair told me I could not sweat till I gave this talk, or I'd ruin my hair. Do you know how hard it was for me not to sweat this morning? It was awful. I was in the gym doing skill work and doing things that I could try to get better at, but trying not to sweat. That's how much fitness is a part of my life. It is harder for me not to exercise than it is for me to exercise. And that is my greatest hope for everybody. That is the human condition. Okay, this is me in the 7th grade. And I've never shown this picture in public. So this makes me a little nervous. But this time in my life was such a struggle. You heard a little bit of it earlier, but I did have asthma. I could not breathe. I was picked last in PE. I had a breathing machine the size of a shoebox that I would have to take to my friends' houses when I spent the night. I had one of those inhalers I had to have with me all the time. Went to the allergist for allergy shots. Not fun. I did not let my 7th grade year define who I was going to be. I always see struggle as an opportunity for change and an opportunity for growth. So around my high school years, I started researching about fitness, about wellness. How can I be better? So this is now. This is what the struggle did for me. So embrace your struggles, because they can be awesome. This image that you're taking a look at was a competition where I was expected to lift 185 pounds 10 times. It's almost double body weight. It's not huge, but it was tough. I could have chosen to lift the weight one at a time. I could have chosen 2 sets of 5. I chose to lift all 10 reps in a row. Even though it was difficult, it was a struggle. It was the last event of 2 days of competing. Making that choice to find comfort in the uncomfortable put me ahead in this event, and I won the whole 2-day competition. That was a choice. Yes, it was uncomfortable. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, you might not feel like getting up in the morning and going for a walk, but it's worth it. My fitness lets me define who I am as a woman. So if you take a look in the picture, it's not necessarily what you'd see if you're walking through the grocery store, through the checkout line on the cover of Cosmopolitan. And that's what I saw when I was growing up with my mom. My definition of a woman was a cover of Cosmopolitan. But that's not me. So what fitness has done for me is allow me to be strong in my body and be who I truly want to be. And I hope that for everyone. Fitness is a way we can set a good example for our children. How many of you have kids in here? How many of you want those kids to be healthy? How we do that is set the example. That's how we teach our kids. Fitness isn't something that you automatically know how to do. We had to learn how to do everything in our lives, right? We had to learn how to clean the house, do the dishes. Then we grow up, we got to learn how to do our taxes. Fitness is kind of a learned behavior at this point. Fitness is 100% about believing in yourself and who you are and your ability. This is my daughter, Adela. She 100% believes that she is strong and she's not afraid to show it. She was 5 in this picture. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to just close their eyes. No peekers, nobody peeking. Please close your eyes and just envision yourself 100% health and wellness. If there's anything in your life that is not healthy, what would it feel like to get that out of your life? Feel your skin, feel your muscles. Now, open your eyes. When I do that, this is what I see. This is 100% health and wellness for me. But whatever it is for you, take that and use that as your motivation and hold on to it. Fitness can be incredibly motivating. Seeing pictures like this sometimes is shocking to people. This girl is amazing, not because of what she did with her body, but because of what she did with her mind. This is Kelsey, and when she came into our facility, she looked like the picture on the left. But what was very different about Kelsey was, yes, she was uncomfortable learning the movements. Yes, you could kind of feel her nervous behavior when she'd go running. But what she'd say out loud, and I know that she was telling herself this because I could hear it out loud, was, I can do this. I'm going to do this. I can figure this out. I can do this. And I knew in that instance, when she was talking like that, this girl was something special. And that's something we can all learn from. What is that mental dialogue that we're telling ourselves? This is now Coach Kelsey. She's now on staff at my facility, helping other people. And she's even here today if you'd like to talk with her. Fitness is for all ages. We are born naked with nothing. That is all we need to be fit. We're not born with a treadmill under us. We don't go to the store and buy a piece of equipment and expect to be fit. You're already born with everything you need to be fit. And buying a piece of equipment or even a gym membership isn't necessarily going to buy you health. But it's what you tell yourself in your head and how you use that, and you use the tools available to you. I'd like to share a video with you. The video was aired on ESPN3. The video is of the most amazing athletes I've ever seen in my life. The strength that these people show in the video is incredible. It is something no one else is doing in the world. Let's watch.
I think that once we view a certain age as kind of helpless, or some people might even see certain age as a burden. And to me, it's the exact opposite. Our mission and our goal is to provide the most effective method of fitness imaginable to any person, regardless of age or fitness level. And as a trainer, I feel like if you can see someone as their greatest self, even when they can't see it themselves, you give them an opportunity. So to see someone start CrossFit at 99 and progress and improve and hit, 100 years old and still be progressing, to me says a lot about the fitness methodology, that it is for everyone, and you can see progress at any age, and you can start at any age.
How's that? These are the game changers. Do you want to be bench pressing when you're in your 80s? I do. Because it's coming. All of us are getting older year after year. And how do you want to address that? What are you doing now that can help you later? This is Betsy. She comes every week with a full heart and an open mind, and the flower in her hair that she wears every week. This is Kamichi in his younger years. And what this image says to me is the law of inertia, something I learned in middle school, and it actually was my launch into fitness. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest will stay at rest. So which one do you want to be? How do I do it? People constantly ask me how I do this. I've come up with a formula. It is constant learning times each new day divided by maximum effort plus self-confidence equals I can. And if I ever feel like I can't, I go back to the formula, I work on any weaknesses until I can. Whether you think you can or you think you can, you're absolutely correct. I hope for all of you that you think you can. Thank you. Aloha.